Hey Jacqueline, it's Kim from Schafer Chevrolet. I wanted to go ahead and congratulate you on your new 2014 Chevrolet Equinox. You're going to love this vehicle. I want to go ahead, since I'm not personally bringing this vehicle to you, I want to make sure you still understand all the functionality of this vehicle and what it has to offer for you. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and go over is your remote. You can see here we've got obviously our unlock, lock, and then we've got a remote starter here. Go ahead and see what we're going to do. Remote start, press twice on the lock button, hear the honk, hold down on the circle. Now our vehicle is going to run for a period of 10 minutes. You can go ahead and extend it out another 10 minutes if you'd like. Let's say it's been running for 5 minutes. Go ahead and press lock twice, hold down on the circle again. It's going to extend it for another 10 minutes, so it'll give you a total running time of 15 minutes. Now let's say you decide you're not going anywhere and you no longer want your vehicle started. Go ahead and just press the button, the circle. You're going to go ahead and turn off your remote start. Okay, moving along to the back of the system. You can see here under our Chevy emblem, right here is where your backup camera is. If it ever gets dirty, just go ahead and wipe it off. Take like a soft rag, or some people use their finger. Totally up to you. Go ahead and open up this tailgate for you. Now you can see here we've got a charge port here. And we've got our spare tire under here. So in case you ever need that. Those seats will fold down, and I'll show you how to do those in just a moment. See here we've got a handle. Go ahead and pull, close. Nice thing with this, you can see you've kind of got a little spot that kind of gives you the idea on where to go ahead and push. Press on it, and we're going to go ahead and open up so we can fill our gas tank. Close, press to lock in. You're going to love this paint color choice. You went with the black granite. Very nice. Seats they've got buckled right now. You see here in the center, you've got your cup holders. These seats have a lever. Go ahead and pull on that lever, and you can go ahead and fold your system down. The other nice thing with these back seats, I'm going to go ahead and unlock this seat buckle here, is down here. See this bar? You can go ahead and pull up on that bar, and you can go ahead and move your seats forward or backward. So if you've got somebody that's looking to sit back here and you want to get them more leg room, pull on that bar. It's going to move the entire seat backward. If you're looking to maybe haul something, go ahead and pull it forward, and it's going to go ahead and give you that extra room for the back end. Now you can see we've got an extra charge port back here. Now let's take a nice walk over to the driver's seat and show you everything that this vehicle has to offer you. Alright, first thing you're going to notice when you open up your new Chevy Equinox. We've got this button right here. It's got a window on it with an X through it. When you can see the orange light that's going to be activated right there, anybody sitting in the back seat cannot use the power button to go ahead and roll down their windows. That's kind of a safety feature if you ever have a dog that rides with you and constantly presses the button, or you've got children in the back seat. You can control when those windows are operated from the back seat by this little button. Orange means it's activated and they cannot control it. You've got your power windows here. To go ahead and adjust your mirrors, you've got your left and your right. Putting it in the center, you're not going to be able to do anything, so choose which mirror you want to activate, and then use your up and down arrows to go ahead and make that change. You've got your lock and unlock there. You've got a nice, sorry about my finger there, you've got your power adjustable seat. Okay, raising on the entire button or pressing down on the entire back part of the button is going to raise or lower the entire seat. Now if you come to just the front part of the button, you can see how just the front part of the seat is going to go ahead and raise or lower. Obviously, back and forth is going to go ahead and move your seat forward or backward for you. This one right here is going to go ahead and adjust your recline. And then this one here is going to go ahead and adjust your lumbar support. I don't know how well you can see it here, but I can actually see it watching the video. I can see the lumbar changing. So there's definitely plenty of ways to go ahead and get yourself comfortable in your new Equinox. Should you need to go ahead and pop your hood, you can see you've got that button right here located in the lower left corner. Getting inside your Equinox, you're going to see this button right here, which is going to go ahead and control your dash lighting. Typically, you can only control it darker periods of time, typically during the night. And that's going to adjust the brightness on the dash. Here you can see your lights automatically are going to go ahead and come on during the night or during the day. We've got the automatic running lamps. You don't have to worry about turning them on or off anymore. Moving to the left side of our steering wheel, you can go ahead and see that we've got our cruise control. Where it says on, off here, you must make sure that you can go ahead and press that button, and you'll see a light light up on the dash. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Starting our system up. Get some air circulating in here. It is kind of hot. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and press cruise on. And you can see that we've got our cruise light activated. So now I can go ahead and press down on the button, press up to resume, or press over here to cancel. On the right side of the steering wheel, you can go ahead and see that we can go ahead and use our Bluetooth. This is where you're going to go ahead and hold down on the button, tell it to pair your phone, and you can go ahead and walk through the steps to pair. If you're listening to the radio and you want it to be muted for just a moment, you can go ahead and press this button here to go ahead and mute your radio. Source. Pressing the source button will go ahead and take you between your AM, FM, XM stations. So you can see here as I'm pressing the buttons, I'm now going to AM, FM, XM. If I've got my phone equipped with the Pandora, then I can also go to the Pandora stations as well. Moving the button up or down, you can see what that's doing is going off of my favorites that I've got saved. See how down at the bottom left corner it says save 3 of 6? You can save 36 different favorite stations to this radio system, which is a really nice option. Let's move back here to the center stack a moment, and then we'll go over some of the radio features. You can go ahead and see we're looking at trip and option. Those are two different subcategories that you can go ahead and look at some different information on. And we can control those categories and what we see by using the menu button to go between trip and option, or up and down to navigate what we can look through those options. Set and clear is anything that we can go ahead and change. We just go ahead and hold down on set and clear. It's going to clear it right out for us. So moving through, we'll go through our trip or our option one first, since that's what we're on. I'm pressing the up arrow, and you can see we've got remaining oil life of 97%. We've got our tire pressures, and then our units. Press menu, and we're going to go into our other options of what we can look at. You can see our average fuel economy for 50 miles. Average fuel economy again. Fuel range, trip information, digital speedometer. Navigation, it does not have nav. That is part of your OnStar navigation. Trip timer, this is something cool where you use that set clear button. If you're going on a trip and you want to time it, press the set button. It's going to go ahead and start it for you. Press the set button again to go ahead and pause. Let's say you decided you wanted to take a break and now you want to start your trip back up. Press set, and it's going to go ahead and start it back up. Now to clear it out, I just always press set once to stop it, and then I hold down on the button that's set clear till I hear the beep, and you can see that it cleared itself out. Average vehicle speed, and again we're back at that average fuel economy. Most people like to look at their speedometer, the digital one, so I'll leave that on there for you. But like I said, you can go ahead and look at whatever you'd like to by using the menu button and your up and down arrows. You can see here we've got our windshield wipers on the right side. Go ahead and push the lever up or down to go ahead and select your speed, and you can also go ahead and select it intermittently by using this little dial here. On the very end, you can go ahead and see that we've got our rear windshield wipers. Alright, going back to the radio station, or the radio system here. I like to use my buttons on the radio, or not on the radio, but on the interface here itself. I don't like to touch the screen, obviously, because I want to go ahead and preserve as much of its screen life as I can. But you can, it is a touch screen, and you can choose to use whatever you would like to use. So let's just say one of our favorite stations we want to program is a FM station. We're just going to press the source button to go ahead and take us between our different stations here. And then let's go over to the menu select over here, and we'll go to a station that I know works up here, 94.5. Turn the radio on. Now this is one of my favorite stations, let's say, and I want to save it. I'm going to hold down on wherever I want it to be saved, wait for the beep, and now I've got a favorite station. Saving stations is that easy. Favorite here is going to go ahead and navigate you. Oops. Favorite's going to go ahead and change your favorite station that you're on, so you can go ahead and look at your different pages that each hold 6 stations. I always say start on your favorite page 1. Source, like I said, down here we've got our forward, backward, we can scan that way, plus phone. We've got our unlock and lock here in the center stack along with our caution. This button right here, kind of another safety feature. Right now the light is activated orange. Do you see that? When that is on, anybody sitting in your back seat will not be able to open the back door. So just keep in mind, if you've got any back passengers back there and they're complaining they can't get out, go ahead and deactivate that button, and it's kind of a safety feature so no kid opens the door. We've got our fan speed over here. We've got our hot versus cold and AC here in the middle. And then we've got all of our delivery modes. You can see your rear and your front defrost. And your CD player is down here just under the infotainment system. Now you do have another charge port down here, and I have actually pulled out your Getting to Know Your Equinox book for you and put it down here in the center. This is something that's really easy, you know, if you want to go ahead and just glance through it. If there's anything you're missing, it'll just kind of help you understand your vehicle just a little bit more. But obviously, if you ever have any questions whatsoever, go ahead and give me a call. I'd love the opportunity to go ahead and help you out. You've got your vents. You can go ahead and turn those right off or adjust where they're located and adjust them up here as well. Now, back to the center here. Configuration. We can go ahead and configure our vehicle. Languages I always leave alone. Let's make sure we've got our clock. If our clock's up to date, press the back button here to go ahead and get back to the previous screen. Radio settings, auto volume, this is something you can turn on or off. Auto volume is going to go ahead and help to compensate for, you know, any vehicle speed, any noise that you may start to hear. As you're increasing your speed, the radio station volume will increase a little bit as well. You can turn that off, turn it to a low, a medium, or a high setting. Grace note options, this is something with your Pandora, if I remember well, in your XM channel art. Max startup volume, this is a volume that you're, you know, let's say you're jamming and you forget to turn your volume down. When you start the vehicle up, it will not exceed the certain volume that you have set here. Number of favorite pages, you can go ahead and save anywhere from 1 to 6 different favorite pages to navigate through. Some of these things I just skipped that aren't really ever used. Bluetooth, you can go ahead and look at your device list. You can save 5 different devices. Vehicle's automatically going to pull the first device that was paired first. And then you can go ahead and tell it to pair a device, and then go ahead and use that to get yourself hooked up. System will walk you through it very easily. Display settings, home page, you can go ahead and customize what your home page looks like and select what it is that you would like to see under those categories on your home page. This is something that's completely up to you. Sort, you can go ahead and sort your different pages and select which items you want to move. I don't like to do it, but let's say we want to move Pandora. I'm going to go ahead and pick Pandora, and I'm going to press Stitcher, and now I've moved the two. And now I'm done. So you can go ahead and make those changes yourself. Go back to configuration and go back into display settings. And then you can always restore your home page if you'd like to. Display off if you're driving at night and you just don't want to look at the glare. Go ahead and go into your display settings, display off, press your menu select button that we're using to navigate through all of this, and now you've turned off your display. To turn it back on, just press menu select and your display is back on. Vehicle settings, chime volume and button chime, those are things I never mess with. It's just obviously the chime you're hearing when you're messing with the buttons here. Vehicle locator lights on, I like to keep those to help you locate your vehicle. And exit lighting, this is how long you would like your vehicle to stay on after you, or the lights, I'm sorry, to stay on after you exit the vehicle. Most people keep it on 30 seconds. Power door locks, open door anti-lock out, really cool feature. What that feature actually does for you, if you've got your key in the ignition and you've got the driver's door open, you can go ahead and press to lock the vehicle. All the doors will lock, but the driver door is going to unlock itself, and this is going to go ahead and prevent you from locking your keys into the vehicle. So what you're going to have to do at that point is, like I said, press lock, door is going to lock, but it's going to unlock. Right now that it's currently off, so if you have the key in the ignition and you do that, the door will not unlock itself. If you would like that on, go ahead and press the select button here, and now we've got that feature on to prevent you from locking yourself out. Auto door unlock, would you like it to unlock all doors, driver doors are off. Dealing with the remote. Right now, remote unlock, you got it flashing lights. Remote lock, you can have lights and horn only, lights only, horn only, or off. Right now it is set for lights and horn. Remote door unlock. Off of the first click of the remote, what do you want to have happen? I always recommend to my customers, especially, you know, us ladies driving at night, you know, or we go shopping, whatever it is we may do. I always recommend that we do just the driver door on one click. If we're ever in a shopping center, wherever we may be, and there's somebody sitting on the side of our car, if we tell it to unlock all doors off of that first click, somebody could easily jump in our vehicle and go ahead and do whatever they would like. So I always say just do just the driver door, and then to unlock both doors you would just press it twice. But obviously this is your vehicle and you can go ahead and do it however you would like. We've gone through all the configuration settings here. You can go ahead and see, we can look and see different information here as well. We can get to our configuration through our home page. We can also look at weather. Pressing back, we can go ahead and look and see what movies are playing in the area. We can choose the movie, we can choose the theater, and then go ahead and do a search. And we can also look at fuel prices. And it will tell us how to get there. Let's say we'll say Shell. It's going to give us the phone number. We can go ahead and give them a call. And back. Tone. Obviously this is where you can go ahead and adjust your radio settings. Like I said, you can go ahead and press wherever you want to be, and ups and downs. You're not going to hurt anything here. Pictures, that's if you were to insert, to go ahead and look at your pictures. Clock, if you want to change your clock, there's a nice button here to go ahead and get to that feature. Moving down, we've got, this is a 4-cylinder, so you've got the Eco button here. Eco, when you're running in Eco mode, will actually allow you to go ahead and conserve fuel. Your transmission's going to shift just a little bit differently. Some people say they notice it, other people say they don't. But like I said, it's a way to go ahead and help you keep some money in your pocket by allowing the vehicle to do what it needs to do to help you conserve your fuel. You've got your plus and minus here on your shifter. When the vehicle is in the M, which is the manual mode, you can go ahead and shift through your own gears should you feel the need to. Stabilitrak, this is always on. The only time we ever recommend turning it off is if you get stuck. Stabilitrak, what that's going to do is if you start to drive down the road and your vehicle starts to slip a little bit, the vehicle is going to go ahead and apply proper brake pressure to the proper tire to keep you from going off of its intended course. You can see down here I've got your extra key in here for you, and you've got a nice little cubby, cell phone pocket is what I like to say. In our center stack here, we've got a tray, which is removable, and then we've got a very deep compartment. You can see here we can go ahead and plug in our USB, auxiliary, and we've got another charger down there. And what we've got left here is our nice deep glove box. Moving up to the top, we can go ahead and see our dome lights. Dome right now with this pressed down with the light through means anytime the door is open, the dome light will not come on. If I move it to the center stack, anytime I open the vehicle door, dome light will automatically activate. If I'm driving down the road and I need the dome lights on, I move it forward to the light and it's going to go ahead and turn on. Here we've got our reading lights. And then here we've got our visors. Should you have any other questions on this vehicle whatsoever, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm confident you're going to love this vehicle. Thanks, Jacqueline. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you. And like I said, go ahead and give me a call. Phone number here, 989-879-2211. Enjoy your new ride. Thanks.